What does the range energy system unlock for your customers? Is it efficiency? Is it maintenance? What does it unlock for them?
Yeah, I think maybe zooming out a little bit for people that don't know exactly kind of what the range energy system may be. I've been in the automotive industry now for nearly 30 years, and actually one of the first things I ever did in automotive was join the student chapter of the SAE, and I quickly became the president of the student chapter and ran the Formula SAE team, and that's kind of stuck with me for a very, very long time. And even from those days, it's always been about roadway efficiency and safety. And and I've really kind of pulled through my career using that as one of the underlying kind of pieces that motivates me and drives me is how can we make our roadways more efficient and safer at the same time. Growing up, you're sitting in the backseat of your parents' car and you see this big rig next to you, and you see these big wheels, and you're just fascinated by the mechanism that's rolling. But then you kind of get bummed out when you see that black soot coming out of the tailpipe. And so carrying that all the way to where I'm at now, nearly 20 years in developing electric vehicles alone, my thought was, well, how can we be empathetic to the existing fleet of drivers and fleet managers, existing population of drivers and fleets, and bring electrification and bring efficiency and safety to these folks. And so the concept that we have, or the idea, it's not a concept anymore. There are trailers on the road now. Is we electrify a trailer by adding an energy module, which is basically a battery box that clips in underneath the outside of the trailer, and then a drive module that basically replaces one of the passive axles in the back of the trailer with an active axle. And if just to kind of contextualize, we're talking about big rigs, 18-wheelers that are on the road today. The front half is the tractor or the truck. The back half is the trailer, and we're really focused on the trailer. And the way our system works is that we use first order principles to sense and measure how hard the truck is pulling on that trailer. And we then deploy drive algorithms and regen algorithms to make the trailer feel absolutely weightless to whatever is towing it. And this is done without a CAN signal or any kind of data communication or any type of requirement from the towing vehicle. And what that allows us to do is hybridize your old diesel Peterbilt or a brand new Freightliner Cascadia, and then also extend the range of all the new electric stuff that's out there. And so that's the kind of high level concept here. And the net benefit is that we see as much as 70% gains in fuel economy, and that's 7-0. These are numbers that have never been possible before. And over 70% reduction in harmful emissions out of the tailpipes. And so these are really, really big game-changing numbers, and the fleets are starting to pay attention to the impact that we can have, not only to the environment and drivability, but also to their bottom line.
It's a tremendous impact. Is that because your technology allows the trailer, for all practical purposes, to become weightless, where there's not as much stress on the tractor?
That's right. That's exactly the idea here, is that what if we made the trailer feel weightless to the tractor? But if you've ever driven a truck and a trailer and you're bobtailing, you know that that's actually not bobtailing. If you're driving an empty trailer, the empty trailer is actually in some cases more scary than a full trailer, because it's kind of bouncing around and you have limited control of the braking situation. But what we do is we actually assist the entire system and bring a new layer of safety. We can regen a lot more from that axle in the rear trailer, so that we're actually now saving the brakes on the entire system, increasing the brake duty cycle by about 5x, because we're regenning from the trailer now. We are able to accelerate through intersections and, for example, fill torque in your semi-automated transmission, extending the life of that semi-automated transmission, bringing the shift times from, let's say, 3/4 of a second or a second down to 1/4 of a second or 1/10 of a second, so that driving experience is dramatically better. Right now, we're actually testing threshold braking and stability control and jackknifing on the ice up in northern Michigan. And so these are all new benefits that are only available by putting a full-powered e-axle in the trailer with the intelligent control system that we've developed.